Hi, guys. Just in case you're a little confused after today, I'm going to go through these with you. Okay. So, the idea here is that you want to get the equations to be in what we call standard form. So, you want it to be x, y, equal sign, and then number. So, it's x, y, equal sign, and then number. Okay. Once you get it like that, it's really just like doing addition. You're just going to add down your columns. So you're going to add the x's with the x's, the y's with the y's, the numbers with the numbers. Okay? Now, before you do that, you're looking for what's called an additive inverse or opposites. And you want to either cancel out the x or cancel out the y. So when I look at these two equations, they are in the right order. The x's are there, and then the y's, and then the equal signs, and then the numbers. And I'm also really lucky because I have additive inverses. I have negative y and positive y. So when I add those two together, they're going to cancel each other out, become 0. Okay? So then I get this new equation, which is 3x because 2 plus 1 is 3 equals 9 because 2 plus 7 is 9. Now, that's the first goal. So my first goal is to get one equation with one variable, and I've gotten that. So now this should be simple to solve. You just divide, and that gives me the answer of x equals 3. Now, you have to remember that for every x, there's only one y. So we want to find that y. So you can go back to either equation and just substitute in the x. So I'm just going to use the x plus y. So I'm saying 3 plus y equals 7. I would just subtract 3, and I would get y equals 4. For every x, there's only one y. You can also check this on your calculator. That would be the point of intersection, 3 comma 4. Okay. So for this one, they are in the right order. There's x's, y's, equal sign, number. So that's good. But I need additive inverses. So I'm going to work with the negative y and the 3y. I'm thinking that I'm going to keep the 3y the same. So I'm just going to keep this exactly the way I have it. And I want to make the top equation have a negative 3. So I'm going to multiply the entire top equation by 3. That gives me 12x subtract 3y equals 30. Now, the most common mistake is to not write a 30, is to write a 10. So make sure that when you multiply by that 3, you are multiplying everything. Okay, that's the multiplication property of equality. You want to multiply everything in the equation. Okay, so now I have it lined up, x, y, equal sign, number, and I have the additive inverses. So that gives me 14x is equal to 42. Divide by 14, and x equals 3. Remember, for every x, there's only one y. So I need to find the y. I'm going to go to the 2x plus 3y one. I kind of think I just chose that because it had no negative numbers. But you can choose either one. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract the 6. So 3y equals 6. And then lastly, divide by the 3. So y equals 2. For every x, there's only one y. Okay. So the letters have changed. Maybe this is cats and dogs or cookies and donuts. I'm not sure. but it's the same idea. So I'm going to have C, D, equal sign, number. And I have that. Quick coffee break. Okay. I'm going to work with the C's. So I'm going to keep the top one. And I'm going to multiply the bottom one by a -1 because that would give me a negative C, which would make additive inverses. Now you got to be careful. Negative times negative is positive. And don't forget the 14. So I have my additive inverses. That gives me 5D equals -5. I'm going to divide by 5. And that gives me D equals -1. So I don't have the C yet, but I have the D. So now I just need to find the C. Okay, so I'm going to plug that in or substitute. C minus 3 equals 9. The opposite of subtracting is adding. So C equals 12. Now, you can check this. You can plug things in. You can use the calculator, just do substitution. A lot of times I just do mental math. I just like say, okay, well, 12 plus -3, that works. 12 minus 2 and -1 makes +2. So 12 plus 2 is 14. So a lot of times I just use mental math. Okay? So in this case, for every C, there's a D. All right. So again, this is in the right order. And I'm going to work with the 8 and the 4. I've chosen the 8 and the 4 because I can leave the 8 alone. Because if I do 4 times 2, I will get 8. So my thought is that I'm going to multiply the bottom equation by a 2. All right, so I'm just going to erase that because it got a little bit too close. All right, but that's the idea. So I'm going to multiply the bottom equation by a -2. Now I know I had said 2, but it's really a -2 because I want a -8. Okay, so that's -6x, -8y, and +2. You want to be careful with your signs and you want to make sure you multiply everything. Okay, I have the additive inverses, which is what I wanted. So I get minus x equals 3. So if the negative of x equals 3, the positive of x equals -3. And for every x, there's only one y. So I'm going to go to the top. I have no reason why. So I have -15 plus 8y equals 1. Add 15. That doesn't look like an adding 15, so let me erase that. Okay. Okay, adding 15. So I get 8y equals 16. Divide by 8, I get y equals 2. And again, you can use mental math to check this. All right. Okay, so here we go again. I'm going to work with the -2 and the 3, and I'm going to try to get 6's. So that's my idea, 6's. So I'm going to multiply the top one by 3 and the bottom one by 2. Okay, now it really doesn't matter like if you cancel out the x's or you cancel out the y's. It doesn't matter. You just have to go for what common multiple that you see. I usually use the lowest common multiple, but it really doesn't matter. You can use any multiple. You just want to get additive inverses. So I have 15x minus 6y equals 75. I have 2x plus 6y equals 180. The y's are going to cancel because remember, you want to get one equation with one variable. Okay, so 75 plus 180. All right, my gut is telling me 255. If I added wrong, I'll fix it. Dividing by 17. I'm going to pull out the calculator. My guess is 15, but I'm not really sure, so I want to make sure. 255 divided by 17. Oh, I love when my guess is right. 15. Okay, so for every x, there's only one y. So 15 plus 3y equals 90. Subtract the 15. 3y equals 75. And I know that there's 3/4 and 75 cents. So I'm pretty confident about that one. All right, one more. Okay, so I'm going to use the 7 and the 3, and I'm going to go for 21. Okay, so I'm going to multiply the top by 3 and the bottom by -7. Again, I can't stress this enough. Any multiple, work with the x's or the y's, it doesn't matter, and get any multiple and go for those additive inverses, the opposites. So now I have my new equations. These new equations are the old equations just multiplied by a number. They're equal equations. They're the same equation. It's just been multiplied. It's like a scale factor, like a dilation. Okay? It's the same equation. It looks different because it was multiplied, but it's the same equation. Okay, my y's cancel. I get -5x equals, look at this. Oh my gosh, I was thinking -5, but I'm writing 15. I got all excited. I love when it works out so nicely. Wouldn't it be nice if all life's problems were like math problems? The answers come out nice and easy. Oh, okay, -3. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and find the y, and I'm so close to being done with this. All right. I'm going to add the 9. That's going to give me a 6. Divide by the 2, and that's going to give me a 3. And I plugged it in the wrong spot, so we got to start over. Look at that. Oh, I was getting so excited that I thought I was done that I plugged it in the wrong spot. And now you're all mad at me because you don't work in pencil, right? I hope you're working in pencil. All right, so I got to plug it in here. -6 plus 3y equals -3. Add 6. See, everybody makes mistakes. I think that's a song on Sesame Street. Everybody makes mistakes. All right, so that should be it. A little mental math, and it does check. All right, I hope this helps you. Practice, practice, practice. Google, Delta Math, JMath, phone a friend. Practice, practice, practice.